It's inspiring moments with Kaylin. It's inspiring moments with Kaylin. Come on in. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Inspiring Moments with Kaylin live podcast. I am your host, Kaylin John Louis, and I hope everyone is having a super soul Sunday. I am super duper duper excited to be here tonight and online with you all. It is a very special Sunday for me because today is the 100th episode of Kaylin's Inspiring Moments with Kaylin live podcast. This has come so far in such a short period of time, and so I'm just so glad to be here with you all and just to be celebrating this momentous occasion. If you haven't, I ask that you, one, be safe because we are still in a pandemic. And I want you all to be able to be around people and be able to get back to normal. So wear your mask, social distance, and if you're eligible to get vaccinated, please get vaccinated, not just for people around you, but for yourself. You want to be able to feel comfortable and be able to go out and live your life to the fullest. So go ahead and get vaccinated. I plan on getting mine soon, and I encourage you to do the same. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Kaylin's Caring Connection YouTube channel and turn on your post notifications. On that YouTube channel, you can find all things inspiring, all things motivational, encouraging. If you just ever need a word of encouragement, a moment where you just need somebody to be there and say, hey, you got this, click on one of the many videos and be inspired. You also can follow me on Instagram at Kaylin Cares 15 and TikTok at Kaylin Cares 15. And on those, you'll be able to see videos, upcoming events, different things that we're doing with Inspiring Moments with Kaylin and Kaylin's Caring Connection. Then I ask that you link up with me on LinkedIn at Kaylin's Caring Connection and follow me on Facebook at Kaylin's Caring Connection, where you can also see different upcoming events, past events, sharing and supporting other organizations, or just things with Kaylin's Caring Connection. And last but certainly not least, I ask that you please go ahead and check out the Kaylin's Caring Connection website. On that website, you'll be able to find the reason behind why I started Kaylin's Caring Connection, the different bios, the sponsorship club, the shop where you can get merchandise, and you are able to see all things Inspiring Moments with Kaylin. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Kalia. So excited to see you and so excited to see everybody else. This is such an amazing night, and I'm just so happy to be celebrating it with you all. You all are the reason I'm here. You constantly watch. You constantly motivate me to keep coming. So I thank you all so much. I ask that if you have any questions at any time during this broadcast, or if you just feel like chatting, saying happy 100, go ahead and put it in the chat. I want to know that you're on. I want to acknowledge you. And I just want to see that you are a part of the show and just engaging with me. I also ask that you share this video because by sharing this video, other people can see what we're doing with Inspiring Moments with Kaylin and just how great and how amazing we have been with this whole podcast. Again, I thank you all so much, and I'm super excited. As you all know, today, like I said earlier, marks the 100th show of Inspiring Moments with Kaylin live podcast. I started just wanting to share quotes on Facebook Live, and it turned into an entire production. And I am so glad that I was able to just find ways to help and encourage people. Most of the time, God gave me the encouraging words that I came on and said. I was inspired by other people, inspired by watching different shows, watching different other people talk, other motivational people. It just inspired me to be able to come on and encourage other people. In the last 3 years, there have been many, many milestones to happen with this podcast. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Tonight, I thought it would be encouraging and awesome to take the time to share highlights from this podcast over the last 3 years, lessons that I've learned, and I'll dive into the real inspiration for why I decided to start Inspiring Moments with Kaylin live podcast. Again, I thank you for tuning in and celebrating this accomplishment. First and foremost, I am just elated to see how far this has come. Growing up, I was taught to have a heart of servant leadership, caring for others, and to truly encourage people. Because if we don't do that for each other, then what can we do? We're here on this earth for a reason, and so I thought I would use my voice to help empower other people. Every time I would see someone, I wanted to find a way to make an impact in their life, whether it was big or small. I constantly enjoyed reading quotes, books, and watching motivational videos because they gave me a positive outlook in life. And I just knew that I had to find a way to share it with other people. So I want to take the time to take you back to where it all started, the very first Inspiring Moments with Kaylin video.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Guess it's the
Talking with Kaylin. I just wanted for people to hear these quotes so they can feel better about life.
You think they feel bad about life?
No, not about life, just like they may have some challenges they need to work out.
All right, well, go ahead and...
So, I just want you to know that you should grow through what you go through.
That's
which
good.
means that when you are going through something, it's better to make something out of the situation than wonder why it happened.
That's all right there.
And another one is that kindness is free. So sprinkle that stuff everywhere. Because a lot of people need to be kind to others. So everybody can just feel better about themselves.
Yeah. Spread kindness. And this is what she does every day. She pulls up quotes on her phone and she reads them to me, and I don't mind. And I guess tonight she wanted to read them to the world.
Whoever is like trying to bring you down, they're already below you, so don't try to go to their level because they're just trying to aggravate you. Have to learn that many, many times. That's cool.
12-year-old. Teach, baby.
Also, don't feel bad for making decisions that upset other people. You're not responsible for their happiness. You're responsible for yours. Which means that when you make a decision that doesn't really, it doesn't benefit others, but you know what you're doing, don't really question it, because the only thing that matters is what you're thinking and how it's going to affect later.
All right. Pretty cool. Is that it?
No.
Okay, well, keep encouraging people. This is good. She's an inspiration to me every single day. And we'll probably come on and do this again some other time. This is part of what she likes to do. So thank you all for tuning in. And once more and again, have a great evening.
Wow. That's what I can really say to that. I can't believe that was 3 years ago. Talk about, I know I look young. I look like a baby. But it is so crazy to hear. My mom's like, maybe we'll come on and do it another time. Well, another time turned into every Sunday evening at 7:21 p.m. And it has just been amazing coming on. I can say that this show has helped me go through. It has been a form of therapy. It's been a form of being able to express myself. It's been a platform that's taught me how to mature, how to grow. And I just thank you all for following me in this journey. To think that we were sitting in the bed, not in a whole production, sitting in a room, just on the phone, wanting to share quotes. It's crazy. And yes, Miss Antoinette, 100 episodes later, it's crazy to think that all of this, and I know this never happened. This happened for a reason. It wasn't something that's just like, yeah, we're going to do it. Like, it had inspiration. It had to do with my life. It had to really, really allow me to think about some things and be able to do something with my life. I knew I always wanted to help people. I knew I always wanted to find a way to do things. Thank you, Mackenzie. I knew I always wanted to find a way to encourage other people, because just as much as we all go through times in life. We see now there's so much hatred in the world. And just in that moment, when I was reading the quotes, I knew I was saying, this may not affect a lot of people that are watching this. They may see it and it may go by. But in my heart, I knew that one person, somebody's going to watch it and somebody's going to need to hear what I'm saying. And so that has been my constant motivation to come back on. Somebody needs to hear what's on my heart, what God has given to me, because whatever they need to hear they've tuned in for a reason. They needed to hear a word of encouragement. And so they clicked on this video. So to everyone who has watched over these last 3 years, to everybody who watched that very first live, just look at how far we've come. I'm just so happy right now to see great things. I was 12 when that video was recorded. I'm 15 now, about to turn 16. So 4-ish years been doing this. It's crazy, but it's not a bad crazy. It's something that just motivates me and is so exciting. Now, there may be another highlight coming up sooner or later. My mom will most likely let me know, but we always have certain things that we address. And a lot of people, when they hear inspiration, you hear inspiring moments with Kaylin, you're thinking, I'm encouraging people. I'm here to come on and share my story. But a lot of people don't know the real background, the real what influence. And some people do, some people don't. But just out of using this platform and being able to come on, I've gained confidence to be able to share it with you all, because it was a part of my life. It was something that affected me, but I used it to change. So I want to set the scene for you. I want to be able to explain to you this one life-changing event that caused me to really turn my vision into a reality. Because like my mom mentioned, I always like reading quotes to her. But it was this one thing that really kicked it off and really clicked and allowed me to want to start encouraging others. So here's the scene. The story begins on a beautiful sunny day. Imagine waking up with so much happiness and so much joy and hope for the new day. You get dressed, eat breakfast, and overall just feel happy with how the day is starting. You go to school and everything is going great. The workload isn't too heavy. You are able to engage in conversation with your friends. And then after school, you get to go to practice to engage in something that you love. After that long period of working and practicing, your mom is there to pick you up because it's time to go home. As you're in the car, you begin to converse about your day, going over all the things you did, didn't do, wish you did, the whole nine. Then you get home and you get very hungry after the long day of practicing schoolwork, and so you go get something to eat and just have some food and relax. You then notice that your parents need to talk about something, and you are asked to be excused from the room. So you go into your room, go eat, thinking nothing of anything, and you just sit there and you're relaxing. Then as time goes by, you begin getting worried and anxious because they are still talking. As the clock begins ticking, your heart starts racing and you start pacing due to the dramatic length of waiting that you are experiencing. Then you are asked to come into the room because they need to talk to you. You begin getting anxious because now you think you may be in some trouble. You don't know what you did, if the school called, but you're a little fretful. You're scared. Your heart's beating. There's a stillness to the room and a sorrowful feeling in the air. Little did you know that the next thing that would come out of their mouth would change your life forever. Now you may be wondering, Kaylin, why so specific? Well, that was the significant part of my life. That was the night when I was told that my family would never be the same. I was told that there was a disconnect between my parents and that they would no longer continue marriage. And that was a very, very tough place. 12 years old, trying to go through things. You're thinking, of course, when you're coming up as a child, you don't think anything of it. It's dandy, dandy, la-di-da-di-da, going through your life, making friends, going through your own small growth and challenges. And so you see the world as a perfect bubble until it's popped by a life-changing event. And that life-changing event of having to deal with losing a part of my family, losing a part of something that was native and known to me, was very hard. I can honestly say right now that it has taken me a long time to process. It's taken me this much, but I can definitely say that I'm standing here. I made it through. I'm constantly conquering, and I'm constantly going to keep sharing and helping other people, because the night that I found out that my whole life would be changed, that things would not be the same, that I'd have to go through transition periods and periods of not knowing how to understand my feelings and being emotional and not always understanding everything, that it would put me in a position to help somebody else. Because I stood and I sat there, because there, of course, when you find out the news, you're very emotional. I'm an emotional person. So it took a lot of processing those first couple of days when I still was trying to get all the news inside and trying to live and rest with the fact that I would have to really adjust to new things, new times in my life. And so something one day just happened to click. I decided to say, instead of sitting here moping around, trying to find so many ways to fix something that was already unfixable or not able to refurnish, I had to be able to find a way to find my positivity and find my happiness. And that is how Inspiring Moments came about, because I began reading quotes just for myself, because those times when I was sad, I really needed something to motivate me. I would watch videos to be able to see other people going through the same thing. Hey, it's okay. I talked to some people. I was able to communicate, be able to get therapy, be able to talk about it. Because if you don't talk about what you're going through, you're not going to make it through it. And after having to process all of that and just reading quotes, that one live with my mom, I just happened to say, hey, Mom, I want to read quotes and be able to encourage other people, because we were still going through that situation, but I didn't want it to take over my whole life. Yes, it's a major part, and it's still something that I will continually have to take in, have to go through. I have those moments, but I decided to take a negative situation and make it something positive. I was inspired, and through inspiration, I created Inspiring Moments with Kaylin. And so, what did that experience teach me? One, every experience or circumstance in our lives happens for one of three reasons. One, you needed to learn a lesson for the future. You never know. You may have needed to teach you for another relationship, another person, another thing that you would encounter. Number two, you needed it to mature and grow. You needed that situation to teach you how to grow up, how to see life in a new perspective, and how to realize what things are. And 3, it's because you are a living testimony for someone else. And I can say that all three of those things are what this life-changing thing taught me, because it taught me that I'm stronger than I think I am. I'm a lot more resilient than I think I am. And sometimes I may want to give up, but I'm going to keep going. 2, it taught me to mature and grow. When I was 12, I used to be a very emotional kid. I didn't always take things the right way, and I would really take a lot of things to heart that I didn't need to. But I'm 15 going on 16 now. I've grown. I see things for what it is. I'm very observant. I take situations in and I learn new ways to approach them instead of freaking out, instead of trying to do things that aren't going to help me. And then 3, I'm a living testimony for someone else. Every time I come on this podcast, I am sharing small bits and tidbits of things that I've learned, because I know somewhere out there, whoever is watching, they're going to need to hear what I'm saying. And it may not be a bunch of people. Could only be one person. But what I'm saying is meant to be said for a reason. That's why I use my voice. The second thing I learned is that when an abrupt change comes your way, you can choose between 2 different routes. You can hold a grudge and keep a negative mindset for a long period of time that will end up wasting time in your life. Or you can move on and use your situation to change other people's lives. I guess you can see which one I chose. I wasn't going to sit and allow this to keep pondering down, to go into depression and to go into anxiety, because I know I'm strong. I know that every day won't be easy. But as long as I have people surrounded by me, I have a platform to work through it, to have something therapeutic to do, that I'll make it. Number 3, the thing that I learned was that most people think grieving is a process that a person who has physically lost someone goes through. But that's not the truth. Grieving occurs to anyone who has lost something physically, emotionally, mentally. It doesn't have to be someone who happened to pass away. I had to go through my own grieving process, because what was broken in my eyes. And I had to cope and had to deal with trying to find ways to mend the broken wounds of my own heart. Was it easy? No. But am I still standing? Yes. You can't allow situations and certain things to completely stop the flow of your life. I learned, and I use encouraging people to be able to motivate me to be a better person. I didn't always want to come on sometimes, but I knew that regardless of whether I felt like it or not, someone needs to hear what I'm saying. Last, it's okay to not be okay, and crying is healthy. Don't push away your sadness, or it will build up, explode, and eat you alive. Allow your emotions to flow when you go through certain things, because once you heal, you can share your stories and help somebody else. Everybody is going through so much, and I want to thank everyone in the comments. I see everything you're saying. Thank you so, so much for your support, for your congratulations. And I just really, it did take me confidence. I'm very proud of myself right now, because me 2 years ago trying to tell this would probably be breaking down, crying, not knowing how to actually deliver all of this on to a social media platform where many, many people can see. However, I know that my life is a living testimony, and I was created for a reason. A lot of people know that when I was born, the umbilical cord was stuck around my neck. The devil tried to get me at birth from talking. And ever since then, I have used my voice for change, because my voice, God conserving my life and conserving my voice, was for a reason. And so I'm going to keep using it. That is the real inspiration behind Inspiring Moments with Kaylin. And I am so, so glad that you all are able to see more of why I started it and why I'm going to keep going. Now, I really, you all hear so much, and I'm going to keep saying this, but I would not be able to deal with anything I dealt with without my mother. She has always been there to help me, to push me, to motivate me, to encourage me, to allow me to know that it's okay to not be okay, to allow me to know that I'm going to be awesome. And so she's on here with me tonight because I'm sure she has a lot to say. I'm sure she wants to say a couple things and a couple things to do. So, Mom, here you are. Come on.
Hello. I'm going to make this real quick. I'll come back in on the end. We have some people that are waiting. I invited some people to come on and to just share with you. And so we have a couple people that are waiting, some people that are still trying to get in. It only has 10 people, so I'm going to save mine to the end. I am so extremely proud of you. And I'm just going to give way and allow these other people to come on and give their congratulations, and we will move from there. I think, I kicked the wrong person off.
Kaylin, I am so proud of you, baby girl. 100 episodes? Are you kidding me? I remember you when you were like 3 or 4 years old. Look at you. You
Thank
got old
you.
and wise.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. You've always been a very special young lady. I just admired watching you grow up. You were always so very smart. And guess what? You're still very smart. I just listened to your testimony. Oh my God. What resilience. What a leader, what a champion you are for young people like yourself, for teenagers, for adults. Because many times we don't deal with change well. But you have done well, my girl. You have done well. I want you to keep climbing. You keep looking to the hills from whence cometh your help, because you know your help comes from the Lord, and He
Yes,
has a
ma'am.
plan for your life. You stay on the path that He has you on, and everything is going to be gravy. I'm looking forward to who you are going to become, because you are becoming, baby,
Thank
becoming.
you.
And you just keep on coming, because we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on your 100th episode.
Thank
Keep
you
going,
so
big
much.
girl. Keep going. We're cheering you on. We're cheering you on.
Thank you,
And
Miss
mom, you too.
Diane.
You've been a big supporter, mom. Listen, she calls herself mom manager or something like that.
Momager.
Manager. Listen, she is doing it, baby girl. Stick with God and stick with your mama, because they got your back. Love you. Love
Love
you.
you too. Thank you so much for your kind words. And thank you for coming on.
Uh,
Oh, Miss Dawn.
My Kaylin.
Hi.
I just had to take this opportunity to just celebrate with you, my Kaylin, my Kaylin, my Kaylin. How I love you so much. I'm
Love
so awe-inspired by what God has done and continues to do in your life. It is absolutely amazing to me. I celebrate all of your stellar accomplishments, and they are just so numerous. I mean, such a plethora of things that God has anointed you to do for such a time as this, and just the grace and the humility in which you do it, just watching you blossom from over these years. As you know, your mom and I, we go way back, back to collegiate choir days at Watson Temple. So just being in this space where I can see the development and the growth, the seeds that have been planted by your mom, and I just really have to give kudos to Priscilla, just such a woman of grace, such a woman of just
Yes.
humbleness and humility, someone who gives her all and everything, who loves, I mean, with such passion. Everything
Definitely.
that she does just exudes the love of Christ. So I just have to acknowledge your mom, who is so precious to me and one of my dearest friends. And I just
Yes,
thank her
yes.
for sharing you with me. I just remember the times when I was in Tallahassee. I'm now in the DC area, but
the times that, we spent together, afternoons after church, and we would hang out, go to the mall.
Yes, I miss it. I miss it. I miss it.
I miss you. I've been trying to get you all up here for a visit
Yes.
maybe soon after we go to some normalcy after COVID, right? So
Right.
I'm just so excited to be able to see how you have blossomed, and definitely to hear your testimony today. I literally was fighting back tears and just watching you grow through that process with such grace. And I'm just so humbled to just be a part of your village. I'm always here for you. I celebrate you in every way possible. So grateful that God gifted my life with you. You are such a delight. I mean, all things Kaylin. I'm all things. I'm such a fan of yours. I'm such a fan of the God in you and how he demonstrates his power through you in such miraculous ways. So I celebrate with you today, 100 episodes, and
Thank
I love
you.
you to the ends of the
I
earth.
love you too.
I love you so much. I'm going to give someone else a chance because I know we got a lot of people waiting to get in. I love
Yes.
you and
Love
congratulations.
you too. Thank you. Woo. Hi.
And how are you?
I'm good. Hi, Miss Becky.
Hello. For anybody who might be watching who certainly doesn't know who I am, I'm Becky Harnden. I am with the TMH Foundation, and I have been so blessed to connect with Priscilla and Miss Kaylin over the past year. And it was in the interest of Kaylin's caring connection and Kaylin wanting to, as she does, think about others and find ways that she could connect people to a mission that was bigger than herself, and find ways that she could help give back to the children and the providers at the hospital during the holidays after a very trying year for so many of us. But through that, I have just had my eyes open to the beautiful, caring, just person that you are. And
Thank you so much.
I am so blown away to see all that you're doing.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you're on.
You are, well, I would just like everybody to know, they already do, but I just want to reinforce this over your life, that um, you are becoming, but you are a girl. God has put everything in you, that every seed of every beautiful bloom that he is going to produce over the course of your life. You're already a philanthropist. You are caring for others. You are looking outside of yourself, and you're relying on the Lord in all that you do. And all of those things, there's every promise in the word that undergirds what you're doing, and will just continue to move you through your life. You can rest in his favor. You can rest on his promises. You can rest in the hope that he has a good and wonderful future ahead for you. And any way that I can help you, support you, anything I can do, I am absolutely here for you. And we're so grateful for you.
Oh, thank you. I'm grateful for you too, and to have been able to connect with you and now have you just be able to talk with you now and check in. I'm so glad to know you, and thank you.
Well, thank you, my dear, and your amazing mom. It takes a village, but between the gifts that God's given to both of you, you guys are making miracles happen. So I am so thankful to be a little tiny part of that, and I look forward to what the rest of this year brings for you.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Hearts, hearts,
All
hearts.
of
Have
you.
a nice night. Thank you. Miss Anthony.
Hello, Kaylin. I am so amazed at God and amazed at you and all that he has allowed you to do in this time. 100 episodes. I remember getting on that first episode. So when your mom played it today, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
But you have done something that so many adults, people much your senior, have not been able to do. Taking those things that are challenging and difficult and turning it into a testimony, not only for yourself to overcome, but for other people to be blessed, encouraged, and inspired. I am amazed at how God has already used and will continue to use your story for other people. What you shared tonight, I can see it going to the masses so far beyond what you have seen. So I just want to encourage you that you've only scratch the surface of the fullness and the depth that God has for your life. Before you were in your mother's womb, he planned a phenomenal destiny for you, and you are starting to walk in that. I'm so proud of you. You've already started to overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your own testimony, girl. Use that voice. Your voice, as you share, is so powerful. It is compelling. People are going to be just transformed by the things that you share. I'm amazed at you at 15 years old. I came to Life Changers visiting the first time in 2009. So journeying back to that time, I'm like, you were always the sweetest and, running up to me, Miss Antoinette, and to see how God is now just using you. So I encourage you to keep going forth, find those quotes, and now you are the quote writer. So people are going to be quoting you, girl. Your quotes are going to be in books, and they're going to be coming on and sharing what God has given you. So your gifts are truly, truly making room for you and bringing you before great men. I am so incredibly proud of you. So keep going forward. Happy 100th episode. Congratulations, Kaylin. I'm so incredibly proud of you.
Thank you. I'm so glad to see you and that you're on. Thank you for your words, and I love you.
I love you. And hats off to the momager, too. You are amazing.
Yes, mommy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Maya.
Hey.
Hi.
Happy 100th. I am so proud of you, and I'm so glad to have you as just a motivating friend as well as a sister in Christ. And I love your caring spirit. I really do, because I see the impact that you're making, and it's amazing. Girl, when I tell you your name is already in rooms that you haven't walked in yet, it is, and God has already spoken onto you. So I'm wishing you more success with KCK in this nonprofit entrepreneur journey, and congratulations again. And I love you, and I'm so proud of you. And it was good seeing you.
Yes, I love you too, sis. Thank you. And y'all go support the Real Girl Flow. We gonna keep supporting each other. I'm so happy to have her as a friend as well, you all, because she's so supportive. She's so nice. And I thank you for your words. Nice to see you.
You as well. Happy 100th again. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too, sis. Have a nice night. Woo! This is so exciting. Missy!
Hey, Kaylin, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Just want to say happy 100 to your 100 episodes. One thing I can say, I can remember when I first joined Life Changers, and my daughter, she was only 3 going on 4. Right then, you took on that role of a leader for her, and I can say since then, you have impacted her life, not just her life, but other people that surround you. And I just want to say congratulations on 100, episodes, and to let you know that I'm here for you, that I'm excited. I'm just seeing you grow. I can remember when you was 12 years old. You had want to give back to other children, and you had said that before you even opened up any Christmas gifts or anything, as far as even having your first meal for Christmas, you want to give back. And I have learned since I've been at Life Changers, even when you was younger, you always just had that love, the love for so many people. I've always seen how you always see the good in people, in spite of the situations, in spite of what other people may say or how other people may see things. Kaylin always seen it in a different way. And that's one thing I love about you. You're very passionate. You're very consistent in everything that you do. And I just want to tell you that I love you. I'm praying for you. And I can just see you just going far than you can even imagine, because the life that you have touched now is just going to be even more to come. So I just could just say I love you. Congratulations to you. I want to tell your mom I love her. Congratulations. Just telling her that I love her. Just seeing just the different things that she have done and how she has been there supporting you, and that is a key factor. Kids always need that support, and your mom, in spite of whatever she's been going through, your mom has been there. So I just want to just applaud her as well. But I just want to tell you happy 100 episodes, and
Thank
I
you.
love you.
I love you too, Mizzy, and I thank you so much for always being there just to give encouragement and support.
Yes, God bless you.
God bless you too. Love you. Have a nice night.
Love you.
Y'all, this has been amazing, and there's probably more people, but we're going to take a quick second just to play some more highlights. But I'm so excited. Of course, my face is probably like so hurting from smiling, but y'all don't know how much of an impact and how much of a smile y'all are giving me right now. So I'm going to turn it over to another highlight video and enjoy.
Just doing it, you have to have that faith in yourself. You have to know that you can do something, and you have to know that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Don't let anybody push you around. Don't let anybody try to convince you that you can't do it, because as long as you're doing it, you also need to do it with God, because God helps you too.
Exactly.
It's not just doing it by yourself. And just to say, whatever you do, you always need to do it with God. If you can believe it, you can do it. You just have to know that as long as you have God with you and you know what you want to do, then that's all you have to have. You just have to go out there and do it.
Yeah, because one of the things I've learned, Kaylin, is that God gives us dreams and vision. He said in His Word that He give us the desires of our heart. And I know that some people that can go two ways to me. Sometimes He give you what some things that you desire, but then He put a desire there, like you, for instance, your love and care for everybody that comes from God. He has placed that in your heart. And so, in what you have done, you have just taken hold of it and you're doing it. You're making it happen. It started small, I think, with one pair of shoes, one stuffed animals. Now you're just doing it big. But if you never would have done it, you never would be moving. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
But look at you. I mean, and because you did it, now you have confidence to keep going. But that desire came from God. He created us with a purpose. He told Abraham, look out, and if you can name the stars, that's your seed. There is no limit in what you can do. But if we never do it, we'll never get started. It'll never happen. We won't. So you just got to do it. Do it.
You do. And when you are doing something, that doesn't mean it won't be scary at times. It might be scary when you're just going into something. I know when I was starting Kaylin's Caring Connection, there were some times where like, do I know people are going to actually partake in it? Are they going to actually want to do it? But as long as you have faith in yourself,
Right.
and you pray and ask God, and you get help from Him, all you have to do is do it. You have to believe that you can do it, because as long as you have faith in yourself, the Bible says, if I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. You have to tell yourself that consistently, because that can help you go into what you want to go.
Well, I think that was the highlight video. But wow, just seeing that with Pastor Judy, she has always been there. She has always been someone who's been a mentor and someone motivational to me. And so that video definitely brings back one of the many memories I have with her, just being able to speak with her and talk with her. Oh my gosh, Pastor Judy. Hi.
Hey, man, congratulations, Kaylin. And to watch you from birth to now is exactly what I envision you doing. 100, the 100 episode. And we wouldn't miss celebrating this for anything in the world. I am like super uber proud of you. Um, God has given you uh, just an anointing. I was sitting here thinking as everybody was talking, and I thought about in Genesis when he said that he created us in his image and after our light and after his likeness. And he's created us to continue creating, to continue making things happen, to continue doing it. And that's exactly what you're doing. You are continuing the work that God started. And he said, let there be. And you have been allowing it to be ever since he let it be. So I am so proud of you. I love every episode. I think I have viewed 100 episodes. I have watched you from the very beginning. But I want to say this too. As much as you say I am a mentor to you, you are an inspiration to me. You give me great inspiration. I mean, even in your young years, bringing me quotes, bringing me
Yes,
uh,
ma'am.
bringing quotes in my office, bringing gifts, just being there saying words. There's a saying. I met this young lady at the Soul Fest this weekend, and she said she wanted to give me this T-shirt. She designed the T-shirt for me, and it said, "Wake up even further and dig deeper." And that's what I want to say to you. Just dig deeper, dig deeper. There is absolutely no limit to what God has given you. And every time you unleash something, something else is coming alive, something else is birthing. There's so much in you. And I love it that you're sticking on your focus, your brand. Your brand is loving and helping people. And you don't do it because it's just something to do. It's in your heart. And I believe that when God allowed you to live, and your mom explained it to me further, that you you wiggled your way out of that umbilical cord that was wrapped around your neck. And I would forever remember that umbilical cord was around your neck, and your mom told me that you wiggled yourself out of it. And I believe that what was happening at that moment, you was bringing life at that moment into the world. You was bringing life, and just as you wiggled out, that's how you're helping other people in life. And I want to say to you, keep wiggling, keep swimming, keep digging, keep making things happen. And for you to have a mother like you have and Priscilla John Louis is absolutely phenomenal. Some parents, I've seen it, do not support their children as your mom have you. Your mom have bent over backward, and Priscilla, with Kaylin being a minor, we cannot celebrate her without saying thank you for being her number one cheerleader, for being her number one encourager, her supporter, and training her in the way she should go. Because the Bible states when she get older, she would not depart from that training. Kaylin, your pastor and I love you. We are very proud of you, and we support you forevermore. We will keep with every door you walk in. You know I'm there with the camera. I'm going to.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
And I don't want to be on camera. I want to take your picture. And so I support you, sweetheart. Pastor supports you. Keep sowing and keep making things happen. You ain't seen nothing yet. So keep going.
thank you so much. I love you and Pastor so much. And I just thank you for always supporting me and always helping me be a better person and a better leader.
Oh, ain't no other way to do it. God bless you, and we
And
love you.
yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming on.
Most
Wow,
definitely,
wow,
most
wow.
definitely.
Yes, ma'am. Wow, wow, wow. Mr. Terrence.
Hey, congratulations, my
Thank
niece
you.
Pooh. I am so proud of you. I had to come on just to celebrate